Hi guys, Missy Boba here. I tried out Blue Protocol Star Resonance for a whole week straight, and this is how it went. A quick little rundown on what Blue Protocol Star Resonance is. It's an MMORPG game taking place in an anime style world. There's classes, deep character customization, and a heavy focus on multiplayer raids and co-op play. There's also life skills, housing that you can share with up to 4 people, fishing, crafting, and guilds. You can also do dungeons, boss raids with mechanics that some could wipe the whole team if you failed, 20 people boss raid, which I got to try, so you'll see in this video as well. World boss, elite boss that spawns at a certain time. There's boss images that you can craft through the materials you collect from killing these world bosses, which you can then summon to help you in battles. They provide different stats or buffs depending on what you're building with your class. There's also a few other things that I personally liked, which I will show you in this video as well. I hope you guys like this and hope to see you all on global launch. So the game starts off with a cinematic of you underwater. It seems like you're going on a mission, and then you wake up in a tavern and you go downstairs. There's a girl named Irona, and you find out she saved you, but she's trying to extort you for money. And then you find out from the tavern boss that she owes money to the tavern boss. That's why she's trying to extort you for money. Then you get introduced to your skills and combat. Your basic attack is your left mouse button. Then you get 5 skills that you get to rotate through, 1 through 5, and then your ultimate on the R button. You get to unlock more skills as you level up. You could level your skills up, you could advance it, you get to customize which skills you want to use, your combat style. I think the combat was very smooth, very clean, and the skills look super cool. Then you unlock the talent tree, which gives you these little notes which you can unlock that gives you different stats. And then there's these big notes that gives you special stats for certain skills, or give you special buffs, or give you special effects for certain skills. So you can really build out your characters however you would like and however strong you will want it to be. And at the end of it, on the bottom, you get to choose between a ray beam or an icicle spear. I think that's what it's called, but that's for my class, which I'm the frost mage. Those are your main attack skills, which you get to choose one of them. And I'm pretty sure as you keep going, you will keep upgrading your main skills. And I think this kind of reminds me of Path of Exile, which I think is pretty cool. Then the game introduces you to Perfect Dodge, which I was terrible at. I'm really bad at dodging in these kind of games, but the game gives you a very satisfying sound every time you do perform a perfect dodge. It's right click. Oh, there we go. Got it. Then I went and did more main story quests. There was a lot of cutscenes, a lot of dialogue, which I only watched the cutscene but skipped the dialogue. I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather watch the cinematic than read through the story. Then the game introduces us to image crafting, which image are these bosses that you can summon during battle that can assist you. They give you different effects, different stats, so each boss is different, and you can craft these using the material that you get from killing these world bosses, which spawn at a certain time. If you open the Monster Hunter tab and open up the world boss, each one of them should tell you what time exactly they will spawn. Then I went on to check out the shop, which in the shop you could buy the monthly pass. It works like any battle pass you get from these type of games. You get to unlock really cool things, really unique things. The currency is called Rose Orb, and then there's the bound ones. The regular ones are the ones you buy with real money, and the bound ones you unlock throughout the game as you complete different things, get different achievements. And you could buy certain cosmetics with the bound ones, but most of the cosmetics you could buy using the regular rose orbs. Then this game introduces us to the mechanics of these boss raids that you will do later on to grind better gear, and this one is called Tina's Dream. I then went on and did more story quests, which it took a pretty long time before I was doing the other content. Look at me with the fish in my mouth. Once you've done all of the main story quests possible, it does lock you from doing future story quests. So as you can see, there's a timer for 16 hours until I could progress further in the story, which I'm not sure if that will be input in the main game once it launches, but I didn't have a problem with it because there was a lot of things to do. Here's the page for all the life skills, which I was a little overwhelmed by. There is a lot, but you could craft so many different things. Furniture for your house, gear, accessory, outfits, potions, literally anything, food. But in order to craft those, at some point you would have to unlock all of the life skills and level it up to be able to craft certain material that you need for another life skill, which I think is pretty cool. This is another mechanic boss that you will have to do with your other teammates, and with this boss he will summon a bunch of soldiers at one point that you will have to kill with a shield icon on top of them, which then you will pick up the shield once they die, and using the shield you will have to bounce the ball that the boss throws at you into the boss, but the boss has a half shield, so you will have to work with your teammate, if anything, to bounce the ball into your teammate, which then your teammate will bounce it back into the boss. Here's your dailies that you can do every day to get points for your season pass, which you can upgrade to the advanced one or you could just use the basic one. And then also with that you unlock certain achievements, which you get trophies, and those trophies you get to unlock your title. You get to level up your title. There's also daily commissions that you can do. You don't have to do them every day, they transfer on to the next day, and this is one of the commissions, which is the jump quest, and as you can see I had a little bit of trouble with it, but it was pretty fun. There's also adventure levels that you get to unlock special jumps and dashes that you can do, and I'm telling you guys, double jumps, triple jumps feels so good, and it just makes your movement so much better. Here's me doing one of the world bosses that spawns throughout different times, and I'm not gonna lie, I waited for this boss for a very long time because I did not read the description of when they spawn. And these world bosses take forever to die, so you would need a lot of people to help you. I would suggest you go to Align, which is like a server with a lot of people that are also doing the same boss as you, so they die quicker. And each day you get 4 separate keys. You get 2 for these world bosses and 2 for the elite bosses, and if you don't use them, they transfer on to the next day. There's also this thing called Trial Path, which is kind of like a tower in other MMOs, and this one's a solo one. You get to challenge each level for each category, and every time you finish and beat the challenges, you get these rewards. There's also fishing, which doesn't count as a life skill. You just fish, you get to collect these fishes, you could show it off in world in front of everyone. I think it's pretty cool, and I think the fishing isn't too hard, so it was pretty fun. There's also these world events like this one. This one's a dance event, and you get to just join everyone and just dance away, and when the timer goes out, you get to collect the rewards afterwards. There's also a 20-player boss raid that I got to try on stream, and it was a lot of fun. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, but it was a lot of fun. At the end of it, you get a reward based on your performance and how much damage you did. There is a leaderboard at the end, so you want to do the most damage possible. There is also something called the Stimmen Vault. I tried to do it solo, but I suggest you do it with a party because it was pretty hard unless you are pretty high up there in your ability score. But yeah, I never got to finish it, so I don't know how it goes, but it was hard. And last but not least, the homestead. This didn't take me too long to unlock. It was through a main story quest, and here you get to have up to 4 roommates that you get to share your house with. You can plant crops, which then you can sell later to buy special things only in your house. I didn't spend too much time on this one, so I'm not exactly sure how your house will work, but you get to craft special furnitures to decorate your house and show it off. I think overall the game was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing this game during the beta test. It's still going on right now. I'm not sure exactly when it launches, but I cannot wait for it to launch officially so I get to play it. This game gave me a lot of Lost Ark old MapleStory vibes where you would just chill in Hennessy and talk to a bunch of people. The world chat is constantly moving. Even when you're in a team, people are constantly talking, so it feels very lively. I can't wait to see the future collabs and events that they will be doing. And yeah, I don't know what you guys think about this game, but I had a lot of fun and I truly enjoyed it.